So this all happened, you had said like 25 years ago or so. So you like lived through this experience and then kind of were just left with the experience in your memory up until a point. And I want to say from watching your lectures and everything, you said that it was last year when some of the dots started to connect and you started to realize, oh,
Really, the spell was broken in about 2015.
mm-hmm,
And this was after I had basically floated around the world and then met with these other far right cells everywhere, and just been really underwhelmed and actually growing in maturity and education and my own expertise in other areas. And with a world exposure, I remember going to each of these groups thinking, wow, these women are miserable.
mm.
Wow, these kids are miserable. Wow, this family here is really dysfunctional. Wow, this is nuts.
So it was like the
And
the bloom was off the rose at that point. It was like you could see it.
yes, exactly.
Huh.
I could see it. And I started also instinctively becoming very protective of my children, my older children especially, going, let's not hang out with that family anymore. I mean, there were some things that I could see that I was like, a lot of parentification of older children.
Hmm.
And also, they would ask me, like wanting my daughter, my oldest daughter, to come like babysit for them, like for no money or not any money at all. And I remember there was this kind of thing where it's like they farm their children out to go work for other people for like zero wages at all
That's
or
interesting.
just pennies. And I just remember thinking, hell no. She's got stuff to do today. Maybe she just wants to stare out the damn window. But no, just because she exists does not mean she's here for you. But
Hmm.
there was also a lot of expectation that I was just going to do stuff for free too. I've discovered in my contacts and the people who reach out to me, that's a common theme. A common theme. And a lot of people will be like, no, it's just a community helping each other out. It can very easily become exploitation. And so, seeing that also in the insides of these homeschooling groups, I did see a lot of kids who were getting no education at all. And that really bothered me. And also I was, the homeschool dream was basically pitched to me where it's just like it's amazing and the kids learn more than you can believe and they're actually better off than other kids and they're so far ahead of everybody. And I bought that hook, line, and sinker
Hmm.
because, of course, and I had this great instinct to protect my daughter who was on the spectrum, but at the time there were no IEPs. It was 25, 20 years ago. It was not the same as it is now. And so we went through several years where we would buy all the curriculum and we, get all the plan in place. And I'm a very like high energy person. I have a lot of executive functioning skills. I have pretty good, time management skills. And I could see there is no way over time I could see, wait, there is no way this is going to work.
Hmm.
Not with seven kids. Okay, not even really with five. Maybe with two, maybe. But I mean, I'm on the inside of this going, okay, what am I missing here? What am I missing here? And I realized, I just thought, well, I guess it's just me. I guess I'm just dumb. I can't pull this off. Of course, now looking back, I'm like, no, there's just a whole lot of not schooling happening.
Hmm.
So I sent all my kids to school in 2015, and they were behind in a lot of subjects. They were because it was impossible. And so when you're looking at all of this, the homeschooling groups hype each other up and they also talk each other out of quitting. And I remember before I sent my kids to school, I thought, I'm not telling one damn person because there is pressure. Don't give up. You're doing the right thing. You're doing God's work. The homeschooling groups in of themselves become a cult.
I don't really talk about this much on my podcast or anything like that, but I was homeschooled myself from
Mm.
K through to when I graduated. So
Mm.
I got to see a lot of the stuff that you are describing firsthand. Like homeschooling is not all created equal across the board. And unfortunately, there are a lot of cases where kids' educations suffer just because the parents are not equipped to provide the robust academic stuff that you need in order to fully educate a person. I mean, it's a tall order. So I know exactly what you're talking about there.